France and Germany, neighboring countries and driving forces within the European Union, are quite different in their ways of doing things. Just look at how they refer to their mutual friendship. In France, we speak of the French-German couple, while in Germany we use the phrase French-German engine. And for those who watch TV, you may know the show in which farmers are looking for their future wives, which in France is called L'amour est dans le pré, Love is in the meadow, while the German title for the exact same show is Bauer sucht Frau, Farmer searches woman. Less romantic in German, perhaps, but certainly more functional, to the point. Following the same logic, in France you wear your wedding ring on the left hand, closer to the heart. In Germany it is worn on the right hand, the one you shake hands with so that people can immediately feel if you're married. Obviously this would be less useful in France, which privileges the famous la bise for greeting purposes. In France we would have a single blanket in a couple's bed, while in Germany there will be 2 blankets, more practical. Then there is the food, considered an art in France, but less so in Germany. Wine for the French is a sophisticated matter, while the Germans like their Weinschorle, that is, wine mixed with sparkling water, unimaginable in France. In Paris there are 10 3-star Michelin restaurants, in Berlin there's 1. In France on Christmas Eve you would probably eat foie gras or oysters, but in Germany you'll get sausage and potato salad, more convenient when there are overexcited children awaiting their gifts. There is a reason why in Germany we have the saying of living like God in France. And speaking of cooking, maybe you also know another TV show in which people cook for one another in their homes, grading the respective culinary result. In France it's called Le Dîner Presque Parfait, the almost perfect dinner, while in Germany the same show is called Das perfekte Dinner, the perfect dinner. This slight but significant difference is certainly also due to the grading system in schools. While in France a perfect score of 20 out of 20 is hardly ever reached, the best grade in Germany is totally achievable. So many other examples exist. Red lights in France are considered as an indication, in Germany as a regulation. Time in France is a more flexible concept, while in Germany it is an exact science. In general, flexibility and adaptability are strengths of France, whereas more German qualities are efficiency and rigor. All these examples are symbols of equally different approaches to management and leadership. France more driven by emotions, and Germany rather functional in nature. An EU MP once told me that obviously whenever France and Germany would agree on something, then the hardest part was done. And he was not referring to their size and power within Europe, but rather, even more so, to their cultural differences. If France and Germany agreed on an issue, all the other countries were a piece of cake. So, the French-German relationship within Europe is of high significance to strengthen European integration despite, or rather because, of their differences and their diverse approaches. This is the point I wanted to make, and as a rector and dean of ESCP in Berlin and Paris, I have quite an intensive experience myself on those matters. This is the reason why we launched this new event series titled the French-German Leadership Discourse, with the aim to have a conversation with a thought leader from the French-German business world. Today we have the great honor to listen to René Obermann, former CEO of Deutsche Telekom, who has extensive experience in French-German leadership differences, certainly most recently in his new role as chairman of the board of directors of Airbus. Thank you for sharing your experience with us, and without further ado, I wish you all an inspiring French-German leadership discourse.